choose, right? You're here to freely go your way. Choose me your father, though. That's what I ask, right? That's, man. And so man, freedom is serious, people. We got to be vigilant about that, right? I'm telling you, man. And the fact that we fight amongst ourselves about weird, crazy things that don't matter, people. Come on, man. Right? Like, what I do is my business. What you do is your business, right? We don't need to fight about, like, I don't have to judge you because you don't believe in Jesus, or you choose to, I mean, even if you choose to be a Satan worshiper, man, that's you. Do you, boo? Whatever, man. Like, that's your life, man. And you can try and convert me to it, whatever. That's what you do, right? Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Like, so how can I get mad at another individual living their life, right? And how do we get so angry at another individual expressing themselves? Because that's all we want. We get so caught up in the thought that our ways is the right way, right? Like, I'm telling you, people. Like, these people, man, a curse came upon this land that these people couldn't even sit their tools down. Like, they had to keep their swords in their right hand, because if they just sat it down, maybe to just take a nap, when they woke up, it'd be gone, right? It was so much theft in the society. Listen, wherefore every man did cleave unto that which was his own, verse 2 of chapter 14, with his hands, and would not borrow, neither would he lend. And every man kept the hilt of his sword in his right hand in the defense of his property and his own lives, and in his own life and of his wives and his children. Right? Man, the people were just, man, they were not, you didn't even trust your next door neighbor. Like, hey man, my lawnmower is kind of out. Can I borrow yours for a bit? Hey, you crazy? Better get off my lawn. Like, they didn't even say, no, I ain't got no gas, they might pull the sword on you, wondering why you on their property, right? Pull a gun on you, rather, in our day, right? Pull out the 9mm and be like, hey man, you better get off my lawn. Didn't you see that sign in the window? Gun owner here. I shoot first and call the police second. Isn't that what you saw? Like, right? Isn't that, man, right? Oh, people, man, I'm saying. And then the brother of Jared, man, he was not happy about what took place, right? He rises up and gives battle unto Coriantumr after 2 years. And they do so outside of the wilderness of Achish. And in verse 4, it came to pass that the brother of Jared did give battle unto him in the wilderness of Achish, and the battle became exceedingly sore. And many thousands fell by the sword. And it came to pass that Coriantumr did lay siege to the wilderness, and the brother of Jared did march forth out of the wilderness by night, and slew a part of the army of Coriantumr as they were drunken. And he came forth to the land of Morrow, and did place himself upon the throne of Coriantumr. And it came to pass that Coriantumr dwelt with his army in the wilderness for the space of 2 years, in which he did receive great strength to his army. End quote. Right? So, again, and this is one of those things I think about. We go around, beating up terrorists, right? Like, as if we just kill the one, we'll be done with these guys. But man, people, they just keep popping up, and they come back more fierce and angry. Like, we gotta find a better way to deal with our problems, people. I know talking don't help sometimes. I get that, right? But man, there's gotta be another power we haven't tapped into yet. Like, there's gotta be there's gotta be a power and a way and a means that we have just yet to try and to tap into. Because the scriptures do say that in the end that they will not study war anymore. Man, we will study war no more. So somehow it happens, people. Why wait? Right? Like, why don't we start working on that right now? So they're killing each other because it just doesn't matter, right? You'll see these people kill each other to death. I can't believe I'm laughing at these people's plight, man. But it was because of secret combinations. This was what they said. Jaredite received strength unto his army too. And his name was Gilead, the brother of Jared. Sorry. He received great strength unto his army because of secret combinations. And secret combinations destroyed these people. Basically, you know, people got together in high power and they began to, you know, secretly combine against the people with murder and, you know, money. And it just spread right from there. And it's in the whole society now. It's just trickled down everywhere. Man, that sounds so familiar to me. Like when sometimes I think about how the government everywhere have all these secret, you know, meetings, and everyone in the government has to sign secret oaths saying you won't divulge any, you know, information. I mean, all kinds of just gag orders and secret. I mean, everybody in the government has to, you know, file sign something, right? If you want a security clearance, any type of basic security clearance, they're making you sign some kind of a, you know, you will not divulge any information you see, right? Is there that many secrets going on? Is there top secret stuff? Man, that stuff is so that, you know, people can destroy your life, right? Because in the thing it says if you do so, we'll send you to jail, basically, and, you know, sue you. Right? So you can't talk, man, even if you saw something crazy. Right? Whistleblowers get destroyed, people. Secret combinations, man. I'm telling you. I don't know. Maybe I'm off my rocker on that. Maybe when Moroni tells us that, you know, in the beginning of the book, maybe I'm just mistaken that he's talking about something else. That he's not talking about Americans and governments and businesses all combining against people, you know, for gain. That's what he says. We'll get there one day. I don't know. People, right? All I'm saying is that it doesn't do much to kill people because, you know, they have family that love them too, man, who were probably in their cause, right? Who believe the same way. This family, people, you can't just be like, oh, if I get the one, man, they'll go away. Come on, dude, really? It's not how it works. You know that. So why keep killing people? I don't know. Sport. I'm sorry, people. I digress. Right? So, you know, obviously we see that the brother Jared has teamed up with secret combinationers. I'm always call them that. And it came to pass that his high priest murdered him as he sat upon his throne. Do you see? Not even worth it. And it came to pass that one of the secret combinations murdered him, and a secret passed and obtained himself the kingdom, and his name was Lib. And Lib was a man of great stature, more than any man among the people. And it came to pass that in the first year of Lib, Coriantumr came up to the land of Moron, and gave battle unto Lib. And, you know, of course they fought, and Coriantumr did press upon Lib, and he fled to the borders of the seashore, and he pursued him, and they had a hot battle on the seashore. Again, this is my mind over on the Atlantic coast now, people, right? The land of Moron was the land of their forefathers, right? That was the original kingdom. I love these names: Moron, Achish, Gilgal. I love that stuff. And then they come to the plains of Agosh. And Coriantumr had taken all the people with him as he fled before Lib, right? Because the battle became hot on the battles of the seashore, and Lib lit it up, right? But as they met in the battle in the plains of Agosh, Lib found his fate as he met Coriantumr. Again, people, Coriantumr had this prophecy that was gonna come to pass, but no one knew but Coriantumr and his household. Coriantumr didn't believe it anyway at this time. But he just assumed that he's a mighty man sweeping people up, right? No one's able to stand against him, even though many people are rising up, right? Man, Coriantumr is just laying people out. I mean, they're losing, right? Lib dies. But the brother of Lib comes up against him and picks up the rear. Again, people, you can't stop it. The battle became exceedingly sore, and Coriantumr fled again before the brother of Lib. And his name was Shiz. And Shiz was, man, Shiz, the people feared Shiz, right? Verse 17 of 14. Now it came to pass that Shiz pursued after Coriantumr and did overthrow many cities. And he did slay both women and children, and he did burn the cities. And there went a fear of Shiz throughout all the land. Yea, a cry went forth throughout all the land. Quote, who can stand before the army of Shiz? End quote. Behold, he sweepeth the earth before him. And it came to pass that the people began to flock together in armies throughout all the face of the land. And they were divided, and a part of them fled to the army of Shiz, and a part of them fled to the army of Coriantumr. End quote. Right? You guys see that, man? This is crazy stuff. I mean, Shiz, this is their own country, people. Right? This is like a civil war. It's not like a civil war. It is a civil war going on in these people's land. Shiz chasing Coriantumr fleeing people up, picking people up as he goes along, and some people aren't willing to follow him, so they get swept up by Shiz and burned up. And Shiz is not taking pity on anyone. He's killing women and children. Crazy stuff. Right? Continuing verse 21, and so great and lasting had been the war, and so long had been the scene of bloodshed and carnage, that the whole face of the land was covered with the bodies of the dead. And so swift and speedy was the war that there was none left to bury the dead. But they did march forth from the shedding of blood to the shedding of blood, leaving the bodies of both men, women, and children strewed upon the face of the land to become prey to the worms of the flesh. And the scent thereof went forth upon the face of the land, even upon all the face of the land. Wherefore the people became troubled by day and by night because of the scent thereof. End quote. Man, just, again, people just think about what can take place in a matter of, years. Right? You go from the highlight and the high water of your society to, because of disputes at the highest levels in your government, right? They split and people fall into camps and bloodshed happens, right? Think about this. This is back in the time when everybody had swords, right? It says that every man kept the right hand on the hilt of his sword all times. That's what we do now, right? Everybody got a gun. What does it say? There's a gun for every man, woman, and child in America. I don't have one, and neither does any of my kids. So, so somebody has a couple, right? Think about that, right? So this can easily be done, replicated again in our country. So don't think it can't happen, people. Like, cause we're so, civilized, right? I'm telling you, man, it can be as quick as what you see is what happening to these people here. And this is a warning. This book was meant to be a warning to us. If it's real, people, right? This is truth. This book was sent to be a warning to us. Nevertheless, Shiz did not cease to pursue Coriantumr, for he had sworn to avenge himself upon Coriantumr of the blood of his brother. right? And the word of the Lord which